welcome to this week's episode of The Spotlight. Now, you may be wondering why the formal look. Well, it's the much anticipated royal wedding and any excuse to dress up, right? In fact, we chat to two of South Africa's prominent bridal designers about the big day. And the nominees for this year's BET Awards are out. And as always, we can't wait to hear who's up for the Best African Act category. We'll bring you all that and more later in the show. But first, let's see what some of our local celebs have been up to this week. The lovely Nomzamo Mbatha seemed to have been rubbing shoulders with some of Hollywood's greats. She recently posted these pics from the L'Oreal Paris show, which she attended at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival. Seen here beaming with joy next to the incredible Helen Mirren. And with this caption, I think I'd also be smiling from ear to ear. The actress also shared this one with Bollywood beauty Aishwarya Rai. And the late Madiba once described them as South Africa's cultural ambassadors to the world. Earlier this year, Ladysmith Black Mambazo snapped up their 5th Grammy Award for their album Shaka Zulu Revisited and have since been performing abroad.
Hello everybody, we are very happy to win our 5th Grammy Award this year.
On a brief visit home, the group announced some good news. They plan to host 3 shows at the South African State Theatre in Pretoria this June in honor of the late Nelson Mandela's centennial birthday. Hip-hop artist Molemo Jubjub Maruanye is the star of a new television series entitled Uthando Noxolo, meaning love and forgiveness. It's been over a year since he was released from prison on parole. The hip-hop star is hoping the show highlights his remorse and in turn helps others turn their lives around. The star shared this video via his Instagram account.
It takes a lot, far more than you know, for somebody to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. The amount of ego that is bruised through them, the amount of humility to get it out of the way is what is most important.
And Twitter's ablaze with speculation that singer Babes Wadumo is pregnant. It's also believed the muso secretly got hitched to a musician partner, Mampinsha. So could it be double celebrations for the pair? Well, judging by the lovely pictures, the couple looks happy either way. And keeping it local, we head to Josie Town now, where art meets the outdoors. And my lovely colleague Dudu Matsebula was there.
The annual Winter Sculpture Fair this year is everything it promises to be. Art enthusiasts witnessed exhilarating installations from local and international designers. The family setting attracted hundreds of people who spent most of the day strolling through the Nyrox Foundation Sculpture Park.
What kind of, work came into building this kind of, exhibition?
So the company itself, ArtLogic, is known in the South African scene as a pioneer or leaders in terms of pushing, cultural platforms. And this was such a great platform to start to encourage South African artists to make works for public spaces or for gardens. So it's just been amazing to sort of see the development. We're in our 6th year this year of this fair, and each year it changes.
This work is called Foot in the Door, and it's about entrenched patriarchy, and it's about, I think, our moment as women, where the Me Too campaign is very relevant.
We're standing underneath Yoko Ono's art installation. So she's basically done a tree where people can write their wishes down and tie them onto the tree, and she harvests them about once a year. So Tsego, what did you wish for?
I wished for the will of God to prevail in my life.
Why do you think it's going to come true?
Of course it's going to come true. It is going to come
Well,
true.
good luck. I hope it does.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for the coveted annual BET Awards this month. And the nominees are officially out of the bag. Here's Lindiwe Sitolo with the exciting news.
BET Awards are knocking at our doors and the nominees have been announced. In 2016, Black Coffee became the first South African to walk away with an award for Best International Act. Let's see which of our local artists are on the list this year. CASSPER and NYOVEST nominated 3 times in this category already, and Distraction Boys, first-time nominees, are in the running for Best International Act. Also in this category from the continent is Davido, Fali Ipupa and Tiwa Savage.
We're over the moon, we're over everything. We're just 2 young boys, man, to be nominated on our first album, man. Super, super exciting. My parents are so happy for us.
It's a big deal. I understand it. I don't think a lot of people will understand how much of a big deal it is just to be nominated and to have an opportunity to be on a stage if you win.
And for the first time ever, the International Award will be presented on the main night instead of the night before like it was done previously.
For them to fight for us to be in the same room and have a chance to win in front of all these superstars, it really means something.
On the international front, DJ Khaled is leading with 6 nominations, followed by hip-hop star Kendrick Lamar, who is sitting on 5. Migos and SZA have 4 nominations each. Other noteworthy ones include Cardi B, Drake, Bruno Mars, Beyonce and Jay-Z, who are in the running in multiple categories.
It's everything across from music to different spaces, to sports. They recognize as lifetime achievers as well. It's an incredibly powerful award show.
The awards also became a platform that helped launch stars such as Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Nicki Minaj and Kevin Hart, just to name a few. But what do the likes of CASSPER, NYOVEST and Distraction Boys hope to gain from this experience?
One thing that we're going to do is make sure we push our music that side.
That's really, really going to create another platform for us that we didn't have. I really feel like African music is getting closer to being global.
The award ceremony takes place on the 24th of June.
Well, some exciting times ahead then. So let's stay with Lindiwe now for more international news.
British supermodel Naomi Campbell has hinted she may soon hang up her stilettos. Speaking at the Can Fashion for Relief charity event, she says she'd love to shift her focus from the runway and let the younger generation take over. The model has been using her craft for activism of late. She's been focusing on issues of inequality, race and poverty. Rapper and producer Akon has defended Bill Cosby, saying that we don't really know if the disgraced actor did it or didn't do it. He goes on to say there's been a lot of people convicted who are innocent.
In a situation like this, you just don't, I don't know, you know what I mean? Because I've already been painted a picture of Bill Cosby. He's a hero to me.
This comes after Cosby was convicted of sexual assault. He'll be sentenced in September. What do you get when you have a couple of Hollywood celebrities trying to guess the meaning of our local words? A complete disaster, but it's hilarious. Look at this.
Ooh, this is a big one.
Let's go.
Begindabakzako. Mind your own business. If you ask me about my sex life, I would say Begindabazako.
That's none of your business.
The cast of the popular TV series Dear White People thought they'd try their hand at it. This was to celebrate their 2nd season. The series is about black students trying to fit into an Ivy League varsity.
I would say, Haibo.
It's cute.
No, if I saw a white girl with these, I would be like, Haibo.
Yes!
No! Okay. If a meteor came down on Earth and I saw it coming down, I'd be like, Haibo!
Oh,
kind of.
Time.
And after the break, we sit down with 2 of the country's top bridal specialists and get the inside scoop on, should I say, Duchess, Princess, or just plain fabulous Meghan Markle's wedding dress.